Hello, awesome nerds. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers to full beers. So, it's been a while since I've made a nerd video, but I thought today was time. You may ask yourself, what's going on over here? Don't you concern yourself with that. Spoilers. We're playing Marty McFly right now, and we're shifting in time. I'm going to do a brew day today, 5 hours ago. And you can come along for the ride. We're going to do things with big jars full of yeasty things. We are going to dig in the hop freezer. We are going to make this shit up basically as we go. Because it's hot outside, so it should be easy to boil stuff outside. You can basically put it out in the freaking sun and boil it. So, cheers, kids. Let's go make some beers. You wanna do? Yo, nerds. I was just starting to brew, and I realized I might as well film it. I haven't done a video in a while. I'm brewing some beer. There's some grain. There's some more grain. There's a drill. Here's an ugly face. So, happy Homebrew Wednesday, nerds. Let's brew some beer, man. Alright, so what we have in the green bucket is 8 pounds of raw 2-row, 3 pounds of rye, and 1 pound of this crystal wheat from my dudes at Farmhouse. It's like a 40 level bound wheat, or crystal malt made out of wheat. I've never used it before. I've used the crystal rye, which I kind of liked. So I'm going to check out this crystal wheat and see what the story is. Alright, so I realize I'm doing a kind of crappy job at filming a brew day, but I'm pretty sure you guys know how this gig works. I am just about to start to run off the mash. So there you go. There's some top of mash porn. That's very different than top of mash paddle porn. Those videos are more expensive. Alright, there's your obligatory color of my beer shot. About what I expected. There's just that little bit of a pound of like what it basically equates to Crystal 40 in this beer. So I better figure out what hops I'm going to use. I haven't really thought that through yet. Let's go check the hop. Alright, into the hop freezer. I'm a little low on hops at the moment, actually. But let's see what's in here. There's a little Idaho 7. Ooh, some Ella might be nice with a rye Brett Saison. Citra is always good. Some triple pearl. Triple pearl, you say? Melon, orange, citrus. I might just use these as kind of a bittering hop, and maybe that's all this is going to get. Maybe this beer will just be Bretty, at least until the dry hop. Maybe I'll dry hop it. Who knows? That's not going to be for like 3 or 4 months, so I don't know. For now, there's probably some shit in here too. That's a very poorly placed label. I think there's some Citra and Mosaic in there, and I know there's a little bit of Magnum. And then I always have the stash of the wild Nooseburgers. So, I don't know. Fuck it. For now, we're triple pearling. Alright, so we're just trying to come up to a boil here today. In the freaking oppressive heat. It is ridiculous. I think it's about 97 degrees with about 97% humidity. It's fucking stupid today. As you can see, I don't know if you've watched all my other cool videos, but I lost my my slightly crooked cement pad. We had a guy come and rip it out and dig all this other stuff out, so water doesn't flow into my basement anymore. It flows around my basement. There's a novel idea. So I've been trying to kind of level out this brew pod on the gravel, but we should be pretty close to a boil. I think we're getting foamy, so, and it's not like it should take a lot to come up to a boil with as hot as it is today. So we'll see. I'll come back. Here we go. Coming to a boil, fighting the boil over. Probably need to turn this burner down a little bit, real quick. There we go. I shouldn't be filming this. I should be paying attention to what the hell I'm doing, but it's always fun when people boil shit over on camera, so fuck you, down. I haven't put any hops in yet either. That's probably super good camera work. I'm assuming you were just looking at gravel, but whatever. Down, you beast. Ha. Yep, that's on my foot. So I just dumped boiling hot water on my foot, which is why these are probably not approved brewing shoes. I'm assuming Crawford can't wear these to work every day, but who knows? Maybe in Texas they do things different. What do I know? Alright, this is still... Son of a bitch, that's again. You bastard. What did I ever do to you? Anyway, I'm going to get this thing down. We're going to pitch some hops, and away we... Okay, so I tamed that ridiculous thing there. It's starting to foam up again a little bit now, but whatever. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Smelling the triple pearls. They smell good. Definite spiciness out of this hop, which I think, I'm not sure how much will carry through. This is just going to be a bittering addition anyway. Shit, hold on. I don't know if it's a humidity or what, but the foam on this boil is stupid. Maybe it just needs a big dose of hops to just stir it all up, and then it's going to come rocketing out of the top of there, but I don't know. With the rye in this beer, I think the spiciness might work. I don't get a lot of the melon and orange out of this, but maybe some of the orange. I don't know. It's so hard to tell for me just on hop pellets. To me, they smell so much different than they do in a finished beer, so I'm going to dump these and yondu, nerds. Sweet camera work. Shit. So, we are like halfway through the brew day. I am drinking the second ever pint out of a keg of a beer I like to call temporary retirement. Because as of tomorrow, I am temporarily retired. What are you going to do? But it'll give me time to brew more beer, so yeah, undo to that. This beer is a... Can you see it up there? No. This is an American hoppy lager. I've decided... I like the term IPL, but I think American hoppy lager fits better. It's never going to catch on, and I'm the only one that's ever going to say it. So this is an AHL. I know if you're a hockey kid, then I just made you angry, but whatever. You know what? I don't care. This is it's an IPL with Citra Mosaic and Ron Mexico. Big at the end of the boil and big dry hop, and it is pretty fucking tasty. It's pretty young still. It needs a week in the keg to just kind of round into shape, but it is drinking really well even now. Crazy thing about the Ron Mexico, so the dry hop is 2 ounces Citra, 2 ounces Mosaic, and 1 ounce of Ron Mexico. And I can pick out that Ron Mexico right now. It's such a unique hop. It's going to be huge, I think, because it's a super cool character. And, Jesus Christ, how loud is that fucking radio? Let me turn the radio down a little bit. Hold on. I mean, we all love Flogging Molly, but good lord. So, Ron Mexico. It's going to be a super cool hop. Yeah, I like this beer a lot. It's amazing how much has changed even yesterday to today. The hops were a lot more pronounced yesterday. Now they're a little, not muted, but I think it's just going through that kind of keg shock thing where give it a week and everything's gonna come back out of this beer and it's gonna be crazy. So double thumbs up for that. Now, while we're sitting here, waiting for that beer to boil, because I'm just putting an ounce in at 60 and we're gonna call it good. Then I'm gonna throw probably not all of this. This is the slurry of a Brett Saison that I made with with Ryan Lewis's, my dude Lou Brew, with his blend of Bretts. So there's like 6 different Bretts and a Saison yeast in here. And this sat for 3 months in a carboy. I kegged it yesterday, pulled this slurry off. I'm going to pitch it into this new Saison with no extra like Saccharomyces yeast, no extra Saison yeast. I'm going to see kind of what this will do just as a Brett beer, because I'm sure there's still some perfectly viable Saison yeast in here, but it won't, after 3 months in a carboy, it won't be nearly as much as if you did a starter and had a fresh pitch. So I'm pitching that bad boy, and we're gonna see how Bretty McBrettfaced we can get this next Saison, and then depending on the character that comes out of it, halfway through or whatever, I'm gonna dry hop the shit out of it. Unless I cut up a bunch of grapefruits and put in the carboy, but we won't talk about that now because I don't have any grapefruits here. If I did, I'd be back to hacking up little pieces of grapefruit, putting them in this small neck carboy, and then bitching about it when I couldn't get them back out. Remember that fiasco? Yeah. So while I have this little carboy here, I'll move that out of the way. Here's a caution. This is how irresponsible I am with my nice things. I don't know if you can see this. It's going to be hard. Oh, yeah, there you go. I've melted the living shit out of this carboy with my heat lamp in my new Saison bottle conditioning freezer thing. I bought one of the reptile heater light bulb things, and there's like 3 different grades of them. I think it's like 75 watt, 100 watt, 150 watt. Well, I couldn't just have the 75 watt. I had to have the 150, which is evidently hot enough to melt a carboy with beer in it. So this was full of beer up to here, and it melted the carboy. It never didn't breach anything. I think because there was liquid inside it. But you can see that the neck is crooked because this whole thing got hot enough that it just sort of kind of fell over. So. Yeah. I'd show you the inside of the lid of that freezer, but it's honestly kind of embarrassing because it's ridiculously melted as well, to the point where I think it was almost ready to drip plastic down onto my stuff. So I gotta figure something out because I love that thing. I love, this last Saison, I just held that thing at 85 degrees for months. And just with this stupid desk lamp with this reptile heater. But if I want to melt things, I probably got to be a tick more responsible with my things. So, I don't know, we'll see. I probably won't, but I just need to not pack it so full. Because I had 3 carboys and then a whole bunch of beer bottle conditioning in there. So it was really tight. If I can just keep the carboys kind of away from the bulb, aim the bulb more down than up, and I think we'll probably be fine. It's super efficient, though. The thing stays right around 85 degrees constantly. The heater doesn't kick on very often, so it kind of works good. Except I'm melting things. There's that. But anyway, let's, I don't know. I gotta go see what time it is, see if I'm ready to pull this beer off and chill it yet. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, my nerds. Alright, so brew day over. We are running out of the kettle into a carboy there, back into Melty the carboy. Now that I've Melty the spoon, I also have Melty the carboy, evidently. Just took your gravity. We're just over 1060, so it's actually a little bit under what I thought I was going to get, but the rye's weird, so who knows. So I'll take 1062-ish for a starting gravity. That should be good. That should net me a 7%-ish Brett Saison-y thing, which is cool. I'm good with that. So, end of the video, I'm out of beer, which is sort of unfortunate. So I'm going to go fill this beer and then film the beginning of the video in a weird time swap thing. Check that action out. Anyway, there's that much left, so tiny yondoos to all of you nerds. Love you. flat beer. Delicious. Ooh, around Mexico.